So I'm not sure if any of you watched the Golden Globes. It was yesterday. Well, yesterday for when I made this video. And Marriage Story from Netflix was nominated for Best Picture, I think Best Actor, and Best Actress. Now, I watched this the day it came out on Netflix in December, and I've just kind of been lying low and waiting to review this until more people had seen it. Here's what I loved and hated, okay? And in this movie in general is fabulous. But what I hated about this movie was the preview, which I guess is not hating the movie, it's hating the people who made the trailer. You understand that there's a divorce going on. Like, they show the court, they show them angry, they show them fighting, there's also a boy, so you're like, okay, this is gonna get a little messy. But what the trailer kind of makes it kind of like alludes to is that there might be resolution, right? Like, that's kind of like a thing that is planted in the back of your mind because they show a lot of like love scenes as well. Anyhow, I will be spoiling this, okay? So if you want, well, I'm not going to spoil it too much because quite frankly, the preview is the spoiler. I'm just basically going to tell you what doesn't happen. What doesn't happen is they don't get back together. So if you were hoping to watch a divorce story gone right or gone, maybe that's wrong, I guess, and you wanted them to maybe get back together or realize that divorce wasn't right, this is not the movie for you, okay? This is basically a play-by-play of how horrible it would be to get divorced with a kid. That's honestly what this movie is about. And quite frankly, if you have had like marriage difficulties, or maybe you are divorced or you're getting divorced, I don't know if you want to watch this movie because I watched it. I don't even know how to really say this like well, some people don't interpret things weird, but like it brought out anger, like lots of anger came out while I watched this movie. And not because I was like, no, I want to get divorced. Like, it's not like a hype like for divorce at all. Actually, it's kind of the opposite. So maybe if you're having issues, like watch it because it looks awful to do. They bring up all the things in marriage that kind of go wrong, or like all the miscommunications that then get misinterpreted, that then blow up into these huge things. And the acting is phenomenal. And in this film, like you just felt so angry and frustrated and like confused, but also like you felt love as well. Like you felt their love that they had for each other, and then just how it all went wrong. Anyhow, the acting was amazing. And there's one scene, and it's like 2/3 in, where they've gone through all these things. They've spent all this money that they don't really have on this divorce. The kid is clearly having issues, like not knowing which parent to really go to and all this stuff. So things are getting really hard to watch. And then there's one scene where Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson are in a house and they just fight. Like they just yell and scream and say everything that they've wanted to say to each other and all the things that like you shouldn't say to people. And they say it. And it is so real. So that one scene was honestly like so moving. It was crazy. I don't know why I'm smiling so much I think because I'm uncomfortable talking about this. I'm like, hey. If you can stomach it and you know what you're getting into, I kind of knew what I was getting into. I knew I was going to watch like a divorce happen. But now that I really know, I need to like emotionally prepare. If you don't really have a desire to walk through a divorce with somebody, then maybe pass on it. But just know that they deserve to be nominated because it's phenomenal. Those are my thoughts on the Marriage Story. As a movie, I would definitely give it like 4.5 popped corns. So see you later. Bye.